Nobody knows how to collect anymore. Anytime I see someone online posting their collection nowadays, it just feels like it's someone who's in the race to succeed in capitalism. To have whatever's in right now as quickly as possible before anyone else so they seem cool. I don't believe in gatekeeping usually, except for this time. This time I will in fact be gatekeeping. I am not a mere lifelong collector. I am a pre-lifelong collector. I have collections that I own that were started before I was born by my parents. Regardless of if someone's collecting anything from Labubus and Sunny Angels to Hydro Flasks and Stanley Cups and whatever it may be that is cool on the internet right now. I hate it. I hate it a lot. First of all, if you're collecting a functional item, to have every single one of it, why? Why? For what purpose? Of course, if you want to enjoy something, if you really like something, I am also not going to stop you. But if it's something functional, like a Stanley Cup, you only have one mouth. You can only drink so much water in a day. I understand if you want to have 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 if you really don't like doing the dishes. Why do you need a wall of Stanley Cups? Is it because you want a status symbol? Is it because you want to fit in? You want to feel like a sense of belonging? Because in my humble opinion, collecting should reflect you. It should reflect something about you. There should be a why behind what you collect that's not just related to a trend. Your collection should stand a lifetime. You should not want to get rid of your collection after it's no longer a status symbol, after it is no longer cool, after it's no longer something that looks good on Instagram. One of my largest collections is K-pop albums. I have things in there that no one else is going to have. I have experiential items, such as what I saw one of my favorite groups, 17, with a VIP ticket in Seoul. That's an insane experience that I had, and I will definitely never have again. A really important part of my collection is having this experiential part. From what I'm seeing with things like Labubus, is people want to be part of the community, they want to be part of the trend, so they buy one, and then they buy another one, and another one, and another one. And then they gain nothing, but Pop Mart gains a whole lot of your dollars in this rush to collect. You're not winning as a consumer. The one who is winning is whatever company you're buying from, or whatever scalper you're getting ripped off from. And if you genuinely like the Labubu character, if you genuinely like the Sunny Angel design, please then by all means intentionally collect. Collections can be great for a community, but you should join the community because you have an interest in the thing, not get an interest in the thing because you want to join the community. But collect only the ones you want. Only collect the things you like. Curate your collection. A good collection is curated. And whatever that means to you, do so. I personally, I don't buy albums I don't like. I'm not going to complete an artist's discography if there's an album I'm just on. Especially if there's packaging for an album I don't like, I'm not adding that. I feel like in K-pop there's a big completionist component to everything, and I'm not falling for that. I don't have the money to be a completionist. I don't have the storage to be a completionist. I don't have the will. I don't have the time to be a completionist. But what I do have time and money for is investing in things that I really like. I'll buy albums for artists I don't like stan. If I listen to the album and I go, that's good, I want more good music like that, I will buy their album. One of my key examples is Love or Hate by Heike. I don't know any members' names. I don't know anything about these girls. But what I do know is this album is really good. I love the music on this. And I wanted to make sure that they made more of it, so I bought a copy. And I hope that by me buying this, it sends a message to their company to keep making music like this and keep supporting these girls. Don't let their career just fizzle out. With the way people are collecting now, I also feel like there's a big problematic aspect to it, which is the blind box aspect. K-pop's not immune to it by any means. There are photo cards in every single album, but it's basically just a blind box for a cute little trading card photo. If you're buying an album, you're still going to have the music, you're gonna have the CD, you're gonna have the photo book, in addition to this blind box portion, which is the photo card. Not to mention, groups like Twice put in a lot of photo cards into their blind boxes, so you actually are getting quite a lot for what you're paying, and you have higher odds of getting the thing that you want, the member that you want. But with a blind box that's like a figurine base, like a Sunny Angel is, there's no guarantee you're gonna like what you get, or you are gonna like what you get, but it's gonna be a duplicate, and then you can't get rid of it. And I don't want to speak like I'm above owning them. I have one. Like, I think it's cute. I don't need more than this. I'm satisfied with being gifted this one guy. He sits on my shelf and just chills. When the blind box aspect got introduced, I have to question, are you purchasing this thing because you like it? Or is it because you don't want to go gambling at a casino, but you want to get the rush of gambling? This also goes 100% for Pokemon cards. Don't get me started on Pokemon cards. What happened there? You can love Pokemon at any age. I love Pokemon at my big age right now. But why are we going cuckoo bananas over these cards? Why are we fighting 8-year-olds when new packs get added to the shelves? Some child is going to absolutely appreciate the Pokemon card more than some scalper who's just going to slide it into a protective sleeve, maybe get it graded, and then just leave it in a binder. Leave it to rot on their eBay because they're overpricing it. I would rather a valuable card get shredded by an 8-year-old who loses it in the sand on the playground. Because that is a possession that is loved. That is a possession taken on a journey. That is a possession that is not just sitting there collecting dust. And that Pokemon card is now an experiential part of the collection. And if you're not buying blind boxes, you're not getting the rush of gambling every time you open something, but you're buying something like a Stanley. Did you want that because you want that? Or did you want that because you want the rush of shopping? You wanted the rush of running in, finding the product, and purchasing it, and then paying it no mind after you purchase it. If you purchase any of these things afterwards and you take care of it, you love it, you enjoy having that thing, by all means, please continue to enjoy it. Continue to take care of your products, your beloved item of your collection, even if it's trendy. I would like to make this clear. There is nothing wrong with enjoying a trend. If you like something and it also happens to be trendy, that is cool. That is fine. The thing is, you have to like it after the trend is done, because the object you purchase will exist forever. Because these are plastic most of the time. They're not going anywhere. This guy will live on this earth longer than I will. That's why I believe in the curation, because there's mindfulness. There's mindfulness behind the consumption. You can absolutely collect in a mindful way. You can collect in a way that is responsible. As I said with the experiential collections, I think that's one of the most valuable ones to have. I collect transit cards. Not only does it show off where I've traveled to, but also it's reflective of my deep love and passion for urban planning and good, well-designed public transit. And I love that while technically I could just go online and buy whatever transit cards in the world I wanted to, I'm only getting them when I actually go to the city. And therefore, it is a collection that is built painstakingly, slowly. Collecting can be great. I think it can be a great outlet. It can be a great way to express yourself. If you want to get a cool trinket to put on your bag, I am your first supporter. I have a million trinkets on my bag, but does it need to be a Labubu? Are there other trinkets out there that you might like a bit more than a Labubu? Or do you just want to fit in with everyone else who has one? There's nothing wrong with fitting in, but there's also nothing wrong with doing your own thing and in actually showing off what you actually like. With how popular something like Labubus are getting, I don't believe everybody genuinely likes the characters and has a passion for them, let alone would even know that there's like a little story behind them. But we just emphasize being on trend, being cool on social media, having a very aesthetic post. You want to have your Labubu on your Birkin, because then that says something superficial about you. It says you made it. I don't know what it is, but congrats, it has been made. And I'm not saying this to be superior, to say I am better than you because I have a curated collection. I'm not above mindless consumerism. In fact, I need to do it less so. But what I am saying is next time you're itching for a blind box, think what else can give you a dopamine hit. Think what can you get that won't cost you like $20 to maybe pull something you like out of a box, but you also might hate. Or what can you make? What experience can you have where you might get a physical thing at the end, but it's gonna take you some time to actually receive that thing, to get that physical thing. There is a beauty to the hunt with collecting. To use one of my collections as an example again, these albums probably mean nothing to you if you're watching this, unless you listen to Shiny, in which case, these are kind of crazy for me to hold in my hand. Yeah, this one's a little rough around the edges, but I have the original CD, and that's what's important to me, because this is a group that I love deeply. I listen to daily, but also this is a group that has been around a lot longer than I've been into K-pop, which means something older like this, that has been out of print for years, difficult for me to find. Very, very difficult for me to find. I found this one completely by chance. Or this one, which I acquired because a friend of mine was in Korea, happened to stumble upon the Taiwanese press of this album and texted me at like 3 a.m. my time, "Do you want this?" And I said, "Absolutely, I want this. I don't care if it's a little overpriced. I care a lot about this group. I knew I would want this. This is a fantastic album. I've listened to this so many times before even getting the chance to purchase it. And what does it say about me? It says that I love Dream Girl by Shiny. And I think that's a wonderful thing for it to say. Not to mention, it was sealed. I got a photo card. I didn't care what picture it was of whatever little guy because I love all the members. I care about all the members. Honestly, just such a shock to even find a sealed copy of this with an original photo card. When you care about the hunt with your collection, you also get stories behind how you acquired things. It becomes experiential. There is a life lived, a time spent with your collection that you're not going to get if you're just walking down to the store, purchasing it while you still like it. You know what is cool? Being true to yourself and your interests and not caring if people think it's cringe, not caring if it's not trendy, not caring if no one else sees the value in it. What matters is if you like your collection. Also, I'd like to know what I put on my 17 shirt just for this, from when I saw them in Vancouver. And you can see it.